Hello there and welcome to this CSWatch J276 video where we're looking at client-server and peer-to-peer networks. We're going to look at what they are and how they're used and what the differences are between them. So client-server networks is where files and software are stored on a central server. So for example, if you think about when you're playing FIFA online, you haven't got the entire FIFA game and all the networking components downloaded onto your PS4 or your Xbox. You're connecting to the FIFA server, or if when you're going onto the PlayStation network to buy a game, you're connecting to their servers. Websites are stored on a server, so if you go onto Twitter or onto the BBC website, that website is stored on there, which is then accessed by the users. The client sends a request to the server which processes this and then responds. So clicking on a game on the PS Store, trying to send a tweet, the server processes whatever it's sent and then it does something with it. Client-server networks can be expensive to set up because you've got to buy in all the hardware. You've then got to be able to maintain it, which again requires specialist knowledge. It's not something you can just sit down and do. They are very difficult to do, expensive, but you can see the sort of things which they can be used with, and you can see their capability from what they can do as well. Peer-to-peer networks, on the other hand, all devices connect to each other without the need of a server. So each device can connect to each other, each device can see each other. A file can be stored on one device and then shared between the others. It's used a lot for illegal file sharing. If we think about torrents are spread through peer-to-peer networks because you search for a particular torrent, for example Game of Thrones, you download the torrent file and then using that file you can then access the peer-to-peer network and get all the other pieces of data together to create your own copy of it. And again, these are very hard to track down and trace because it's a peer-to-peer network. People can just plug in and then unplug as they see fit. It's hard to monitor what's going on. It's hard to put any security in place because it is so wide open for people to come and connect to. So, to summarise, client-server networks can be found in different areas. So, for example, in schools and businesses, also at home if you're playing on a games console. Peer-to-peer networks have their uses, both illegal and legal, and different network types are suitable for particular reasons. So, for example, in a school, they'd be using a client-server network for their attendance information, for example. That sort of software wouldn't run well on a peer-to-peer network. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and this brief insight into looking at client-server and peer-to-peer networks, and I shall see you on another video. See you later.